Yeah, not happy about the lodge ball, to be honest.
What about like the controversial way in which that ninth inning ended?
I think Barger was safe, clear as day. I think America wants the Dodgers to win. They make more money doing that.
Well, I'm a pretty dire Jays fan. I got a long memory. So I remember in 2008, the game where John Gibbons got fired for Cito Gaston. It was an afternoon game in Milwaukee. And look it up. Prince Fielder's inside the park home run. He hit one, pulled one down the right field line. The ball was under the fence. Alex Rios puts his hand up. And no, you could have grabbed that. So Prince Fielder runs the base inside the park home run. Look it up. Rios has his hands up, and they said, no, you could have grabbed that. So that last play there, they could have grabbed that ball. That wasn't, you couldn't unwedge that. He just threw his hands up, and then the ump gave it to him, which, again, I've seen it, in '08. The game Gibby got fired. Look it up. Prince Fielder inside the park home.
You know what's wild? Just when you think baseball can't get any more dramatic, the sport finds a way to prove you wrong. We're talking about a World Series that's about to go the distance, and the internet is absolutely losing it over what happened Friday night in Toronto. So picture this. Game 6, Rogers Center. The Dodgers are up 3-2, and the Blue Jays are fighting for their lives. The atmosphere is electric, the stakes couldn't be higher, and then something happens that nobody saw coming. A play so bizarre, so controversial, that fans are now accusing Major League Baseball of straight up rigging the game. Yeah, you heard that right. Rigging the World Series. Let's break down exactly what went down and why half of Canada is ready to riot. Right now, the whole mess starts in the bottom of the ninth inning. The Blue Jays are down 3-1, but they've got a runner on first with no outs. T here is still life in this thing, right? Addison Barger steps up to the plate and absolutely crushes one to left center field. We're talking a rocket that slams off the outfield wall. And for a split second, everyone in Rogers Center is on their feet, thinking this could be the moment that changes everything. Miles Straw is booking it from first. Barger is flying around the bases, and the whole stadium is going absolutely bananas. But then something straight out of a nightmare happens. The ball doesn't bounce back into play like it's supposed to. Instead, it gets stuck, wedged right there in the wall padding. The Dodgers outfielders immediately throw their hands up, calling for a dead ball. The umpires blow the whistle. And just like that, what should have been an inside-the-park home run, or at the very least 2 runs scoring to tie the game, becomes a ground rule double. Barger has to go back to second base. Straw has to retreat to third. The rally is killed dead in its tracks. Now, technically speaking, the umpires made the right call according to the Rogers Center ground rules. When a fair ball gets lodged in the wall padding, it's automatically a ground rule double. That's the rule. Black and white, no debate. But here's the thing that's got everyone losing their minds. The timing, the situation. The fact that this obscure, almost never happens kind of play occurred at the absolute worst possible moment for the Blue Jays and the absolute best possible moment for the Dodgers. Blue Jays manager John Schneider said it himself after the game. Been here a long time, he said, and he's never seen a ball get lodged like that, ever. Think about that for a second. A guy who's spent his entire career in professional baseball, who's seen thousands upon thousands of games, has never witnessed this particular scenario. And it happens now in Game 6 of the World Series with the season on the line. The conspiracy theories started flying immediately. Right outside Rogers Center, cameras caught fans absolutely fuming about what they just witnessed. One guy summed up what a lot of people were thinking. He said Barger was clearly safe, and that America wants the Dodgers to win because they make more money doing that. And honestly, that's where this whole thing gets really interesting, because he's not wrong about the money part. The Dodgers are one of the biggest market teams in all of professional sports. We're talking about a franchise that pulls in massive revenue from television deals, merchandise sales, ticket prices, the whole 9 yards. They've got a global fan base. They've got star power. They've got Shohei Ohtani, for crying out loud. The Blue Jays, as much as Canadian fans love them, just don't generate that same kind of cash flow for Major League Baseball. It's not even close. So when something like this happens, when an incredibly rare and unfortunate play goes against the smaller market team and benefits the ratings, juggernaut, people start asking questions. Look, I am not saying the game was rigged. I am not putting on a tinfoil hat here. But I am saying that the optics are absolutely terrible. The perception among the huge chunk of fans, especially north of the border, is that MLB has a history of favoring American franchises over the lone Canadian team. And plays like this, whether they're legitimately by the book or not, only reinforce that narrative. One Toronto fan told reporters that this lodge ball just cost them the World Series. The frustration is, and whether or not taught here is any actual conspiracy at play, the damage to the league's credibility in the eyes of Canadian fans is very, very real. But here's where it gets even more intense. Despite this crushing blow, despite having a potential game-tying rally ripped away by a freak occurrence, we're now headed to Game 7. The first Game 7 in the Fall Classic since 2019. Winner take all, everything on the line. Saturday night at Rogers Center. The pitching matchups are absolutely fascinating. John Schneider confirmed that Max Scherzer is getting the ball for Toronto. Mad Max in a do-or-die game is exactly what you want if you are a Blue Jays fan. The guy's a proven winner, a future Hall of Famer, and he thrives in high-pressure situations. On the other side, Dave Roberts is being cagey about his plans, but he's hinted that Shohei Ohtani is going to play a significant role on the mound. Could be 2 innings, Roberts said. Could be 4. The mystery adds another layer to an already dramatic storyline. Ohtani started Game 4 and was solid through 6 innings before running into trouble in the 7th. He gave up back-to-back hits that led to 2 runs, only the second time all postseason he'd allowed multiple runs in a single outing. Now Roberts is talking about using him on short rests, something Ohtani has only done once before in his career way back in April of 2023. It's a huge gamble. But in Game 7 of the World Series, you throw conventional wisdom out the window, Roberts. Also mentioned that everyone except Yoshinobu Yamamoto will be available. Yamamoto started Game 6, so he's out for Saturday. But Tyler Gleason, who threw just 3 pitches to close out Game 6, he's ready to go. Every arm in that bullpen is going to be available. It's all hands on deck. So where does this leave us? We've got a controversy that has half of Canada convinced the fix is in. We got a Game 7 that's going to have absolutely insane television ratings. We got 2 teams that have battled through one of the most dramatic World Series in recent memory, and now it all comes down to one game, one winner. One champion Saturday night is going to be absolutely must-watch television. The tension, the storylines, the weight of history, it's all there. And you can bet that every single pitch, every single call, every single play is going to be scrutinized like never before. Because after what happened Friday night, trust is at an all-time low, and the stakes couldn't possibly be higher.